On this episode, y'all, we gonna get a little bit hot if you don't mind. Today's episode might be my first episode that is going to be for 18 and older. So today's episode number 4, is titled How to Stay Sexy Without Having Sex. Let's go. I've recognized on social media and even in my day-to-day interactions with other grown individuals, many people are changing their sexual behavior. Now, some may want to call it choosing abstinence, being celibate, and other individuals don't really want to put a formal title on it, but we are seeing women and men alike are choosing to become more selective in who and even if they want to become intimate right now. Now, I definitely believe this came with COVID. Many of y'all freaks were scared straight. A lot of freaks were scared straight, y'all. I mean, there were no condoms for COVID, and people found themselves in their houses, apartments by themselves. They weren't able to go to nightclubs and pick up anyone. There were no places for one night stands. We were scared. People were scared to get some one night stands. People were scared to go to a gas station and meet somebody and talk to them a few times and let them come over. That was not happening in 2020 and really probably even 2021. So many of us, I believe, found ourselves by ourselves scared to go out there and meet anyone, and we chose to change our sexual behavior. We found ourselves in the land of healing journeys, because now you look on TikTok, Instagram, there are so many references to healing journeys. And I'm actually on a healing journey right now myself, y'all. And during this healing journey, one of the main things I've had to reconcile with, that I've been fighting, I've been tussling with, is still wanting to feel sexy while I'm not having sex. Let me just be honest. For the majority of my life, my adulthood, I have felt sexy. I felt sexy. And what I mean by that is, for a large part of my life, I felt I possessed an energy, or some may say a power, with the opposite sex, and even just in my own power day to day. And I find it so interesting that we each find different things about ourselves and in others to feel or see as sexy. Some folks feel sexy when they are dressed in uniform, and other people feel sexy when they wearing booty shorts. It may be when you look someone in the eye, or you lick your lips. Y'all know when LL kept on licking his lips, LL Cool J, he knew what he was doing. He knew he had the power in them lips. And you all know what you possess. You know where your power is, and many of us rock it, and we have rocked it extremely well. It's funny when I think about this, because what I perceive as one of my sexiest physical features are my eyes. And y'all know I hate wearing sunglasses. I mean, I do not like wearing sunglasses, because for me, my power is all in my eyes, y'all. For those of us that find ourselves single and used to being in relationships, this is unknown territory that we're in. For many of us, it really is a whole new world. When I was in a relationship, it was so easy to feel sexy. Number one, I had somebody every day, or most days, that made me feel sexy, sent me text messages calling me beautiful, having conversations telling me how much he desired me. I mean, I felt sexy. I also, let's keep it real, I was having awesome sex with somebody. I was having consistent sex. So it's very easy. 1 + 1 = 2. I felt sexy. So it was a lot easier when I was in a relationship. But now, over a year clean, I'm 10 toes down in this healing journey, y'all, and I'm choosing abstinence. I still want to feel sexy. It's a part of me. It's a part of my personality. I still want to find ways to express my femininity. I still want to feel desirable, but I no longer want to sell my soul to get to that feeling. Now, this episode is not for those of you who no longer care about those type of things. I mean, if that's you, If you are content and you're satisfied with no longer feeling sexy, then great, awesome, awesome, awesome for you. Pray for me, okay? Pray for all of us, all right? Personally, I believe there's a beauty and sexiness in each and every one of us. Now, how we choose to exhibit it, that just differs. And just generationally, in the past, sexy has had so many negative connotations associated with it that many people felt they couldn't be sexy and smart. They couldn't be sexy and Christian, sexy and Muslim, sexy and driven, sexy and professional. But I think our current generation has thrown that damn sentiment right into the dumpster. I'll admit it at times to our very own detriment. There's nothing wrong with being a little bit discreet. But either way, according to an article in this Every Girl blog that I found so interesting, being sexy is not about the clothes that you wear or being promiscuous. It's a description of a powerful energy we all have within us. And I absolutely agree with that. You've heard people say all the time, oh, he has a sexy walk. Oh, he has a sexy voice. Oh, when he speaks that intelligent stuff, oh, he sounds so good. He sounds so sexy. It's an energy. It's something that people exude. And I believe if it's watered and it's leveraged and expressed correctly in a healthy manner, it can be a benefit to us all. But again, question of the evening, how do we stay sexy, feeling sexy, without having sex? Well, I reached out to my friends and family and I did a poll, you guys, and I summarized the first 50 responses that came my way. And these responses came by Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Men and women responded. Everybody was grown, y'all, okay? And I'm going to break down what the top answers were. Very, very interesting. And I think they were great recommendations for those of you that are struggling with this and trying to identify ways to feel sexy in a healthy way. So let's go. Shout out to my TikTok fam, Just Who I Am, Little Peyton, Corey 37, XO Tisha, Sweets, Michael Hampton, Thomas Hill, Be More Steels. Thank y'all for y'all contribution to today's podcast. Let's go with these results. Now, the first response was centered around self-entertainment. Individuals that responded to this said that they get dressed up still. They put their finest things on, dresses, nice clothes, shirts, ties, They do all that nice stuff, that self-grooming stuff. And they go out with their friends or they go out by themselves. That they go to nice restaurants, eat a good meal, go out to lounges with their friends, and still dance and have a great time without having a companion. And I like this recommendation because there's nothing like getting dressed up, feeling good about yourself, knowing you're looking good, going out with your girls or your boys and they looking good, everybody smelling good, got their swag, and you're out with your girls and you're dancing and there's guys there and you may not be interested in them, but they see you and you look good and you may dance with one of them or you may let them buy you a drink and you feel sexy because you're desirable. And there's nothing better than doing all of that at that lounge and then going home by yourself. Going home with your girls, getting some pizza, going to IHOP after, and you had that moment. You had that opportunity to feel sexy. To, like the guys say that sometimes like to cheat on us and we ask them why did they get a woman's number? To feel like you still had it, right? You still know you had it when you went out there with your girls, even though you were by yourself. The second result was about self-care. Individuals that responded said that they focus on themselves. They focus on fixing themselves up physically, dieting, exercising, working out, cleaning their houses, getting their environment how they want it to look, smelling good, just really indulging in themselves. And I love this idea as well because this is actually something that I did and I've been doing during my healing journey. I had an issue with hyperpigmentation and I went on a skin journey, a healthy skin journey. And that's something that has really made me feel great, has boosted my self-esteem, made me feel more sexy. I always wanted to be able to not wear makeup and still, look good. And that's what I've been working on. And it does make me feel sexy, focusing on myself, making sure that my house is smelling good. I still will go buy Bath and Body candles and make sure my house is smelling good, and I like to clean it up and be able to just lounge and look around it. And I do feel great because of that. I do feel sexy because of those things. So I think that's a awesome recommendation, knowing that you're taking care of yourself. Also, I think it motivates you for better is coming. There's nothing like preparing yourself. For me as a woman, for my husband, I know I'm going to meet a great man one day, and it's so meaningful for me to be taking care of myself, my skin, my body, my mental, my emotional health, knowing that it's all in preparation for a suitable man one day, as well as myself. But in terms of the sexiness component, that I'm also doing it because one day I'm going to get something that's going to be so worthy, and when he gets all of this, woo, it's going to be something special, y'all. The third result was based on creating their own ambiance. And I really love this one, you guys, because people responded basically saying that they played slow jams at home, they cooked a good meal at home, and they really just created their own ambiance. And sometimes we always are dependent on individuals to come over or to entertain individuals. And the only way we feel like we can really create that level of ambiance is if someone else is there. You don't think you can light candles if a man or another woman is not there. You don't think you can really play slow jams in your house if you're by yourself. Why am I cooking this great meal for one and not two? All of that. But I think there's such a level of independence and, again, self-indulgence, just treating yourself the way that you deserve to be treated. I love this recommendation. Taking yourself out the way that you feel like you deserve to be taken out. Cooking yourself the meal that you feel someone else should cook for you one day. Playing those slow jams, that music that you love to listen to that makes you feel sexy. And if out of this third recommendation, if I do anything, I definitely create an ambiance, y'all. I am known for slow jams. I love a slow jam. I will play a slow jam, and it does just create energy, a sexiness in your house. It absolutely does. When you get a good lobster tail or a good meal or order from DoorDash, a great meal that you may splurge a little bit more and put it on a nice plate with a nice glass of wine. Oh yeah, it feels sexy. And put something on as well with it. Oh yeah, that feels real sexy, y'all. Look, just thinking about it, I'm starting to feel sexy, y'all. I'm telling you. Now, the fourth recommendation that I loved, and people wrote this in specifically, dancing in the mirror. A lot of folks are dancing in the mirror, y'all. And when I tell you, this is most certainly one of mine. I'm a dance in the mirror type of lady. I'm going to put on some good Donnell Jones, some Summer Walker, something slow. I might even put on some hip hop, but I'm going to get in that mirror. I'm going to dance. I'm going to sweat it out. And that does feel so sexy, putting something on and just getting in that mirror and dancing to your favorite song and dancing like somebody else is there. I mean, I love that. Yes to all that. Put on your song, get in that mirror and dance for yourself, girl. Dance for yourself. And number five was so special, and a lot of people touched on this and their other responses, but I had some folks that just spoke specifically to this, so it deserved its own response. So number 5, y'all, was falling in love with yourself, which is really why we're all in these healing journeys, why many of us have chosen abstinence. But individuals said, just being yourself feels sexy. Loving yourself as you are in your very own element Feeling sexy in the fact that you're not giving up something to get validation. Feeling sexy knowing that you are enough without someone being there, someone having to tell you that you are sexy. Realizing that you have the goods, and many of us come to those realizations later on in the healing journey that you really didn't need to suffer for the situations that you were in, with the benefits that you were getting were not worth it, that just by yourself you have the goods. Like right now, I know you can't tell me I'm not sitting on a gold mine. I'm so clean right now, I feel so good. You cannot tell me. I know y'all, many of y'all that are out there sitting at home, you've been chilling on your abstinence, your healing journey, and y'all know we are sitting at home talking big shit right now. Like, when that person, if that person is smart enough to come around here and to come correct, oh, it is on. Oh, they gonna be so pleased. They gonna be so happy. They gonna have hit the jackpot. And it does feel sexy knowing that you do have the goods right now by yourself. That, it's a confidence that as a single woman, and you get through these healing journeys and you're not dependent and reliant on someone else, and you go out there in these streets and someone comes up to you that maybe in the past you would have entertained, but now you've discovered who you are in real life, and you can look at that and reject that. You can work off the power of your discernment and knowing that that person is not good enough for you, that person is not equally yoked with you. Oh yeah, that's a sexy feeling, because that's power, right? That's to be in a position of power where now you're choosing what you want in your life. You're not a victim of your circumstances. You're actually now creating your circumstances, and